On the latest episode of Family Chantel, you had the family throw the oldest brother Royal a birthday party where they met his wife for the first time, and it brought up mixed emotions on both sides of the family. One side felt like it was unfair and the other one felt like it was fair. Now here is the review of this episode. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing well, and we're going to get into this. I want to give a shout out to Mrs. Yellowhawk 5 on her comment, and I actually agree with you. And in this episode, you actually see the dysfunction that is going on with the family. You have River, Winter, and Chantel in the car, and they talking about Royal weirdness relationship with his wife. And Winter expresses that Angenette is not as innocent as she looks. Chantel expresses Angenette has been talking to 5 American dudes before she dated Royal, and they have each other password. And I said, so freaking what? Royal and Angenette was not together when she was talking to these dudes. So what does it matter? And I said, it was me, you would not be having my password. Those who are in a relationship, they feel comfortable sharing each other passwords. And this is why people pages be getting hacked and stuff like that, because you have the other spells going into the account and writing all kind of crazy stuff. You never know. River want to know, did Chantel express this to the parents? And he actually want to keep this conversation on a low, and he stands by his brother and his decisions. And is it me, or does River seem like he got the munchies? He said he got the hangover from yesterday. That's why he eating the way he is. But I think he been doing a little more than drinking. He ate 2 boxes of food. That sounds like the munchies to me. You heard me? River is in the car being a troublemaker. Actually, at this point, he asking Winter, is she gonna move out her parents' house? And she really don't want to until she's ready. And Chantel expresses how she feels that she should stay in her parents' house until she have another alternative. And Winter brings up that she can move back in with Ja. And Winter says her and Ja is working it out, and Chantel is against it because she feel like Ja lied, and how do you hide a whole son? And I agree with her with that. Not about getting back together, but how do you hide a whole son that you don't tell somebody that you're in a relationship with for so long? Winter believes that her family is being judgmental, and I feel like, ain't she doing the same thing to Angenette? The topic of plastic surgery comes up, and Winter is thinking about doing plastic surgery. And I'm solely against this because I feel like if Winter goes under the knife, it's not going to fix her self-esteem. And I feel like she needs counseling for what is going on underneath. And I feel like if she want to work it out with Ja and give it a second chance, baby girl, you're an adult. You are free to do so. If you feel like the relationship is worth fighting for, freely do what the hell you want. You are an adult, for God's sake. But I think Winter needs to find a foundation within herself. Get yourself established and get your own place. Because you don't want to live with a man, and what if you living with your man and then he kicks you out? Then you moving back into your parents' house once again. You need your own place as an adult, so your man can come over, and then you can go over to his place sometime, and y'all can have your own privacy. I think Winter needs to find her own place, be on her own feet, and if it doesn't work out, date as many as people as you want. You're young. You don't know who you could find better than Ja. That's just my opinion. Nicole is out with her friends and family, and she is telling her family about Alejandro, and she really wants them to get to know Alejandro before they judge her, and she tells her secret of what she planning to do. Alejandro actually invited Nicole out to New York. She cannot fly because she lost her visa, and she is in the process of getting her visa. And she is feeling stressed because she needs her man. I'm like, you better go, girl, because men need to be needed out here in this world. They feel like they need to be needed. And she also feels the stress of her family and friends, the judgment they are throwing on Alejandro. They is not playing. Let me tell you, they are looking down on Alejandro. They like, this is not the person you used to dating. They like, yo, he's not darker and he's not a business professional. And what topped the cake is when she told them he is a manager at the cell phone store. Baby, why did she do that? Because they really threw stones at him. I was like, wow, they a tough crowd. They a tough crowd. They were like, he's a manager at a cell phone store? And I'm like, I see why she getting cell phones and everything. I like, Nicole, you need to tell me what store he work at so I could go to that store so I could get my free phones too. Yeah, hook me up with a discount here. I want free phones too, boo-boo. Tell me what store he work at so I could go. Well, the cousin got on Nicole. She like, you about to be a professional and this is what you dealing with? I'm like, baby, don't be throwing stones because your cousin Pedro works at a warehouse and he haven't got his education yet. So, don't look down on somebody who got a job. I said, as long as a man works and got a good job and it pays the bills and it's legit and the IRS can get their taxes, what is the problem here? I don't understand what is the problem. The big secret Nicole is waiting to tell them is that she planning to leave DR to go live with him in New York. I can't wait until she spring that on there. I want to see what they gonna say then if they being this judgmental. Child, I like, we all judgmental. We all do it. Okay, including me. I do it too. People say I'm judgmental. But baby, I fess up to what I do. I fess up to what I do. Chantel is at home getting ready and she's excited about her interview job. It was her dream to become a nurse and she actually got an interview for the plastic surgeon called Dr. Myla Bennett. And when I saw Dr. Myla Bennett office, I was like, yes, girl, yes. I said, we women are doing it up. Her office was bad. I like that office was bad. Okay, that thing was everything. I was like, you better go, girl. Dr. Myla Bennett doing the goddamn thing, employing people. Yes, God, I'm here for it. I loved it. So, when Chantel got to the interview, she was nervous. And I actually liked the scene. I thought the scene was fun. And I loved the role play. Dr. Myla actually role played with her of her being a receptionist and she answering the phone. And Dr. Myla was actually impressed with Chantel and thought she would be a good candidate and she would definitely hire her. And it reveals that Chantel has plastic surgery and she's admits to getting Botox right here. But I believe, based on the conversation, she has gotten more done than Botox. What do you think Chantel actually got done besides Botox when it came to the plastic surgery? I think she got her boobs done. It looked like she got her boobs done. I don't know. But I think she got her boobs done. But I could be wrong. I don't know. And Chantel actually had me rolling when she said she dressed up and she got on her glass slippers. I thought that was freaking hilarious to let her know that she is a girly girl and she know what looks good. Chantel, you're funny. Yes, you are. You're funny. Yes, you are. According to Pedro, he said Chantel would be the first person to get a degree in her crazy family. And I like, excuse me, I thought Royal had a degree. I thought that's why he went to Texas. You telling me Royal don't have a degree? I'm confused. Chantel meets her mother in a vintage shop. And her mom comes up with an idea for a family portrait. And she want her family to wear ugly sweaters. And Chantel is not down for this idea. You should have seen Chantel's expression. She's like, I'm not here for this, but whatever. The mother had me cracking up when she said, I named my second child Winter. And Chantel had to correct her. She was like, you named your third child Winter, Mom. I was like, I want to tell you a little secret, Karen. Don't feel bad. A lot of parents does the same thing. They call their children by a different name, like all the time. This is normal, so don't feel bad about that. But it was sure hilarious as hell. I got a kick out of that. Yeah, that was funny. I said Chantel was so excited to tell her mom that she had a bomb interview with a prestigious plastic surgeon doctor, and it looked like the mom wasn't really happy about it and want to know about and the mom wanted to know what did Pedro had planned for her graduation, and Chantel tells her that Pedro will be taking her to New York, but the only reason they going is because that he is going to meet Nicole's boyfriend, Alejandro. And Chantel feels some kind of way. She feel like that he puts his family first and just include her along the way. And the mom is not really happy about that. Because she know that Chantel and Nicole don't get along. Why would you bring your wife to meet somebody you don't like? And she feel like that's bringing a dust mop to your wife on Christmas. If it was me, I don't care what my husband is going to go see, long as I go on the trip and we gonna make the best of it. As long as I get out of my town and I'm not where I'm at, baby, I'm always down for a road trip. Hey, if I had a car, I would not be home. I will always be on the road. That's just me. I would just always be on the road. They bring up Royal's relationship, and the mother feel like Angenette is not a crook, and she feel like everybody is not tricking somebody, and everybody don't have these scamish ways. I like the way the mother think is bananas to me. Because let me tell you something. People who think like this are more likely to get taken advantage of. Because they don't think there are scammers out there. I'm sorry, but this scene broke my heart. It did. I felt so bad. I did. I was like, wow. Chantel comes home and she have news to tell Pedro. She tell Pedro the good and the bad news. The good news is she passed all her classes, but she failed her test by 3 points. This is a true thing. This stuff actually happens in real life. You can pass all your classes and fail the test and you don't graduate. That is a real situation out there. And I didn't like how Pedro handled it. He was like insensitive, not compassionate. He's like, how do you feel? How do you feel? You passed all your classes and failed the test. How come? How come? How you do this? How you do this? I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Slow your roll, Smoking Joe. Slow your roll, because I don't like that attitude. No, 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 no. I don't like it. But I think Pedro corrected his ways and realized he was being too tough and changed the attitude and tone and began to become supportive of her. I like, this stuff really happens. Like, it is what it is. But I understand they are both frustrated because she really want to graduate and become this nurse. And he really can't do anything until she finished school. So it's both frustrations on both parts. And I feel like, I hope they can work this out. I think they need to come together and work it out. I really like Pedro and Chantel together. I think they are a great couple if they just work at it. And I think they just need to do more on marital counseling as well. But just my opinion. This scene was funny. The day of Pedro practicing to drive, it had me rolling. He actually feel bad and he know he have to step it up for his family. And he gets in the car and the instructor looked terrified. She looked terrified. And you have Pedro actually honking the horn. We know Pedro like to honk the horn. She like, no, 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 no. You don't honk the horn for this. You don't do this. You don't do that. She like, it's a green light. It's a green light. It's a green light. Yo, that had me cracking up. I'm glad they add that in there. Cause it was like a fun activity. And it was hilarious. And she actually gives him a scale of 3 on a rating. And with more practice, he could be a 10. I'm like, you better come through, female instructor. Yes! Tell me the woman ain't doing it. We doing it for ourselves. Yes, God. Yes, God. Pedro actually calls his sister and they conversate and chop it up about the trip about New York. And he tells her that Chantel is coming and she feel like she feel like Chantel is going to mess it up for her and she's not happy about that. I said in the family of Chantel, they don't want to talk about a lot of things. They like to avoid stuff and they don't want people to talk about their failures. I like, not with me. The people I know, they tell your whole business. They don't give a damn. They don't care. They tell your whole business. They talk about your failures and don't give a damn who they tell it to. So this is the day of the family portrait photo shoot. Winter and Chantel actually has a powwow. Winter don't want to celebrate do the family photo because she do not believe in Christmas. And Chantel thinks that Jai has convinced her not to believe in Christmas. Winter believes that it's all about gifts. It's all about people buying gifts. I don't know why she mad because, lady, you could celebrate Christmas and buy no one a gift. I don't understand, but you don't have to participate in buying people gifts. I feel like, and the things get overheated and it takes a turn for the worse when Chantel actually mentioned Ja. And Winter blew up on Chantel and calls her name a dumb bee. And I like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Y'all going too far now. Oh, Lord. The little sister calling the big sister names. Wow. I feel like it's a deeper issue going with Winter, but she's not telling nobody what it is. I actually think Winter needs to seek counseling for whatever is going on. And I said, if you want to rekindle your relationship with Ja, I think you need to go to counseling with him as well. And I think Chantel needs to take a step back and let Winter live her life. Because the more you try to prove that somebody is not good for that person, the more they are going to resist and think you are hating on them. And you have to let adults live their lives and allow them to make their own mistakes for them to correct it and see what is true. Because they will never learn by you telling them that person is not good for you, that person is not good for you. They have to fall on their own behind to realize that person is not good for them. And I just hope it don't be too much of a tragedy before they learn that one person is not good for them. Stay tuned for next week. We're going to see what's going to happen next week. I hope you come back for another review because this show is actually good.